watching Advice Would Be Nice. This week on Advice Would Be Nice, we are covering narcissistic relationships. Before you are 3 cards. If you would like to take a moment, focus on the cards and which card calls to you using your intuition, pick your card and then watch your reading by clicking on the Advice Would Be Nice playlist on Healing with the Tarot and selecting the relevant reading for your card. And without further ado, we're going to crack on. If you need longer, please pause the video here. Right, let's get started, shall we? Hello, card number 1s, and welcome to Advice Would Be Nice. And today's reading, we're covering narcissistic relationships. You picked cutting ties, freedom, standing up, awakening. When we're in situations with narcissists, we often feel trapped because we are subject to all manner of treatments from them. And the only way to truly resolve issues when dealing with a narcissist is to cut off all communication and all ties with them. You see, narcissists rely on fuel. They rely on an incoming supply. And you are one of their targets that supplies that to them. I feel as though for some of you watching this is family. It's a close family member. And you are feeling trapped. And cutting ties when it comes to family are hard. Some people are not aware that they're dealing with a narcissist, and usually because narcissists are so good at manipulating others, at showing them the version of themselves that they want, they wear masks, it can feel as though you're the only one who sees beyond it. You're the only one who is being subject to the level of treatment that you're receiving from the narcissist. What Spirit comes to you today and asks you to consider is that maybe it's time for you to awaken to the truths of the person that you're dealing with, their games, their insufficiencies in treating you with respect, and cutting ties. I will share something. I don't normally talk about myself in readings because it's not about me, but my father was a narcissist and I had to cut ties. I had to let him go, and I had to accept that what I wanted from my parent I couldn't receive because he was incapable of giving it. And it was because of his own narcissism and his own issues that I was being treated the way I was, and that no amount of me trying to bridge that gap was going to change the way I was being treated. It was going to change the way he saw me. Because even when I tried to meet the goals that he set, I was still not good enough. I was still, you know, he'd set goals, I'd reach them, and then he wouldn't care that I had. And so, you know, when it comes to having narcissistic parents, cutting ties, it did, for me personally, it freed me from the continued AB, and from the continued degrading of me as a person. And so you may find that cutting ties is going to be what you need to do to free you, to make you feel alive again. Because you're cutting off their fuel. They're no longer going to be feeding on your energy, feeding on your sense of self in order to make themselves feel aggrandized, feel more than, and, you know, using you as a crutch for their narcissism. The King of Swords comes to speak the cold, harsh truth to you today. The King knows what he has to do. He's looking at the truth here, see? He's looking at what needs to be done, and he's sitting in alignment with that truth. And there's a wise owl, because he does have the wisdom of time and age. He has the wisdom to know. And I feel like with you, card number ones, you already know this. You feel it in your soul. You know what you need to do with this person. And the reason you were sent to this reading today, and the reason the guides put you onto this message, is because it is necessary for you to have somebody outside of you just say, hey, this is a truth that maybe you should be looking at, maybe you're being guided to today to recognize. Because cutting ties is the only true solution to narcissistic parents, to narcissistic friends, to narcissism in general. I just heard, what about in the workplace? If it's in the workplace, consider moving department, consider changing job, because they're always going to be annoyingly there. They're always going to be able to get around management. The reason these people have their places of power is because they're good manipulators. They manipulate. And so therefore, it's not about you having to out them or try and remove them from their roles or, you know, in order for you to feel comfort. But maybe what you need is to remove yourself from the situation altogether. Give yourself peace. Have a change. Cut the ties with that place and those people. Move to a new role. You're being asked by the Two of Wands to make a decision. Here's one wand stuck firmly in the ground, and she's holding the other, thinking about going on adventures, exploring the world, traveling, doing something for herself. Now, like, narcissists don't want you to do that, because it's their glory and their light. It's them who keeps you back and keeps you small to feel tall. And so it is about you breaking free today. See, you're being asked to recognize the truth and to make a choice, to choose to cut those ties with that narcissist, to let that person go, to let that job go, let that situation go, let those toxic people leave your life. And recognize you are more important. Your peace is so important. Now, the Knight of Cups is usually card love, but in this instance, the Knight of Cups comes to you to ask you to be in touch with your emotions, to really start being in touch with how you're being made to feel and how you need to recognize the importance of your emotions as an empath. Because usually, I think the people that are going to be watching these readings this week are going to be empaths, because narcissists target empaths with a great frequency, because they can feed off of your energy as an emotional being. You have in abundance what they lack. And so you're being asked to recognize your own emotions and the importance of making that decision to accept the truth and to cut ties with this person. Take that leap of faith. The Fool comes today to take that leap of faith. Take that. Dive off into a new direction. You are not a fool for letting go. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's quite the opposite. Okay? I mean, I expect you feel foolish for having stayed for as long as you have with these people, or your parents, or the situation, and feeling powerless to do anything about it because they're blood relations, maybe. But, you know, at the end of the day, the message is clear in this reading. Cutting ties, accepting the truth, choosing to make that decision to go off in a new direction. Accept your emotions, actually process your emotions, release all the negativity that you've been harboring towards this individual. Let it go, heal yourself and walk away, and take that leap into a new direction, into the unknown, because it's going to serve you well to actually take the leap. This is the advice. Now, I always say to people, I'm not here to tell you what to do, and I'm not. I'm here to give you a message from Spirit that allows you to make an informed choice for yourself. Whether or not you choose to do what is being suggested here, my darlings, that's entirely up to you. This is just a message from the divine that comes to you today. You will no longer have to be kissing ass because I feel like you've had, obviously with narcissists, they have God complex and they actually feel like you have to be kissing up to them all the time. They have this elevated sense of self. You can let that go. And they're going to, they do dirt dig. And I feel like these cards that are coming out now, when I asked the cards to come out for your reading, the Spirit said these ones here are actually what you've been going through with this person. So having to kiss ass, dirt digging, looking for dirt on you, and vice versa. Because you're like, I'm not going to be the one that's being made to be this way when they're the ones that are being unreasonable. You felt hopeless, trapped. And I feel for some of you, this was a love affair, not family. And I feel like some of you have had this narcissist cheating on you. They've brought chaos into your life, upheaval, disaster, downfall, because of their narcissistic behavior and what they've subjugated you to. You've had waves of emotion, worry and fear. You felt puzzled, confused, perplexed and conflicted over the treatment that you've received, and also how to get out of this situation. And today you're being called for healing, self-care, introspection, and it is time for you to heal this trauma. It is time for you to let this person go, and it is time for you to embrace your future and take that leap into the unknown. I don't regret my choice. I don't regret my choice to let my father go. I'm glad that I did, because it allowed for me to have the space to heal and to resolve the damage that he had done to my psyche as a narcissist. Right, I've got some messages for you from the angels today. Communication comes out first. The angels remind you that being spiritual is about being genuine and honest. So I think with this situation, it's genuine honesty about what is needed for you. Genuine honesty about what you've been through. Genuine honesty with letting everyone around you know that, no, I'm not okay. No, this is not okay. I have to make changes. And especially if it's family dynamics, it's about understanding that it might be more than one family member that you might have to say goodbye to in order to release yourself from this circumstance. But toxic situations will hold you down or keep you back. So when you speak from the heart, others feel the resonance of truth and trust you. So talk positively, focus on the good in life, and you will feel happier and healthier. So cutting ties, facing the truth, walking away, accepting your emotions, taking that leap into the unknown, talking positively, focusing on the good in your life moving forward, and releasing the toxic darkness of what you've had to go through with this person, getting your healing today, moving forward. Communication is a two-way process. Listen with interest and respond openly. This will improve all relationships except the one with your narcissist. There's no improving that relationship. It is what it is. Unfortunately, they are incapable of listening to anything that does not lift them up and support their power and their purpose and their ideals of what should be. Okay? You're all seen as individuals who are possessions, really. To a narcissist, you're a possession. You're a piece of property that they can utilize when they need a source of fuel. Communicate constantly with Source using prayer and asking, which is asking, and meditation, which is listening. So keeping all channels open of communication, be a bridge to others' hearts and minds. Ask your angel to step into your aura and communicate in a higher way through you. I communicate clearly and honestly. Next message, mercy. Develop the quality of mercy. Forgive yourself and everyone around you. I know that when I actually had to leave my father behind, I had to forgive myself for putting up for it for as long as I did, and also forgive him, because narcissists can't help the way they are. They are the result of their upbringing and their own mental health issues. And so therefore it's not about, I suppose it's about releasing the bonds to them, you know, forgiving them for yourself, not for them, in a way. Be magnanimous, see the good in others and give them the benefit of the doubt. I know that we look through sort of these tinted glasses, if you will, when we have had the displeasure of knowing narcissists, because if we're raised by them, it's you've got a lot of baggage that you have to deal with. And so it is about having mercy for yourself and for your past and letting that go and actually learning from it and utilizing it to stay away from any future situations that would pull you in to do with other narcissists, and also to uplift yourself and use it as a way to strengthen your resolve. When you temper your attitude to others with mercy, you offer them grace. You spread much light, joy, and freedom, and empower others to find the good in themselves. Choosing this card may mean that angels of mercy are offering you the release from your pain and difficulties. Accept it graciously. I am merciful. So be kind to yourself and you know, recognize that it's not your fault, this situation that you've been in, that it's not a fault of you, nor the other person who is the narcissist. They are what they are and they can't help themselves. So it becomes about forgiveness and release, and about cutting ties and walking away and accepting the truth of the situation and choosing your new direction, your emotions, and taking that leap. Imagination. So with the Fool, she doesn't know where she's going. She's stepping off to a new direction. Start using your imagination today. Thoughts are the building bricks of life. Everything begins with a thought. So allow yourself dreams. Allow yourself ambitions outside of the ones the narcissists have set for you, outside of their own, what they deem as ideals and what they deem as the goals you should believe in, because they try and force their opinions on you because they believe that theirs are better, that theirs are the way forward. That is not the truth, but it is what they expect you to do. So do the unexpected and start using your imagination, and choose to dive off in a different direction with your dreams and your hopes, and focus on a new positive future for you today, my darlings. Every castle starts as a castle in the air. This image is then grounded by architects and builders. The angels are inviting you to use the power of creative imagination to expand your horizons and picture the life you want. When you hold a vision, the angels see the clarity of your intention and open doors to help you. The angel wisdom guides you to decide your desired outcomes. Be certain that you have the purest intentions. Then image your dreams and start the process of creation. I picture positive outcomes for the highest good. Next message. Understanding. Your angel's guidance is to examine yourself and your current situation in depth, so that you have a clear awareness of the underlying reasons for your challenges and situation. And we can see here, you've got a lot of underlying reasons for the challenges you've had to face with this person. So acquaint yourself with the facts about the situation and attitudes before you make your decision, okay? Before you leap off. Self-awareness is a necessary foundation on which to build strong relationships, friendships, and work. So self-awareness, about being aware of where you stand in the situation, what you need, and how you're going to get out of it, and how you're going to move forward. Understanding your personality is a basis for understanding spiritual self and your mission on earth. Ask your angels to help you I seek an understanding of myself and my life. There we go. And one more message. Sorry, this is quite an in-depth reading today. Patience. Trust the higher forces of life and know what is best for you. And remember that when you're asked to wait, you're being prepared for something even better than you expected. So change your attitude to one of acceptance, relax, and take stock. Ask your angel to enfold you during this waiting period so that you can listen to the promptings of the divine. Do not rush off in some wild goose chase of your lower will. When the time is right and you are ready and refreshed, the door will open. Patience is always rewarded. All things happen in perfect time. Okay. We've got some life clarifying situations. You're being asked to stay aligned with your spirit link, with your highest dreams, ideals to find success. Feather of hope. Angels are asking you to maintain your hope at this situation. Grasp the feather of hope, a delicate symbol of upward promise and an uplifting future. You have one. You just need to make that choice to cut the ties, to choose the direction, to accept your emotions and to process them and to leap off in a new direction. And you can leave all the baggage behind. You need just clarity, really. Give yourself the gift of clarity. Soar to the boundaries of the sky with clarity and lifts up insights and infinite as the azure expanse. Pathfinder, trust your inner compass and to illuminate your path through your love career, feeling the direction your soul wishes to explore. So start going within and finding where you want to go from here. And your answers will unfold, so keep your mind open and be willing to learn from this experience. Ignite the flames of courage, lighting the path to bravery amidst the shadows of fear of cutting these ties and walking off in a new direction. Life is scary, but you know, it can be, but it can be also very exciting. A new direction is where you're being asked to go today. I know that you feel like you have a labyrinth of choices, but chart your course through the perplexing labyrinth of choices, embracing each turn as part of your complex journey away from the situation. There are hidden keys, putting things together piece by piece to reveal the bigger picture. Emerging dawn, trust that every ending is another beginning in disguise. One last move. You have to make one last move. Because you have come so far on your journey, keep going and you'll soon see what you have accomplished, which is healing. Removing the negativity from your life, taking that step off, planning those journeys, resolving your emotions. And your last message today, rising from the flames. Let your passion guide you to the fulfilling purpose meant for you. I love this message today for you. I hope that it finds you well. I hope this helps you on your journey to make the decisions that you need. Please take only what resonates, lovingly leave the rest. I send you my love today and a giant hug. I will be back next Monday, 7 p.m. with another message. This time, I think it's past life issues. So if you want to tune in next Monday, we are doing past life issue readings. If you like today's video and you want to stick around, please, firstly, give me a thumbs up. Secondly, subscribe to the channel. It's free to do. I upload every Monday and Thursday, and I will see you in the next video.